Bonus round. Sorry, go.
Bonus.
Welcome to the Pete Show with the three Pete's.
Stabby Pete.
Happy Pete.
Country Pete. This is a bonus episode for some home brew from one of us.
By some asshole. Who's
Happy
this?
Pete.
This is
Oh,
me.
oh
This
hey,
is mine.
yeah, wonderful guy.
This
Love
is fresh from my kegerator. This is a homemade mead. It's a plum mead. So it's got honey, plum juice, a little bit of coconut water. Those are kind of the main
Coconut
ingredients.
water.
Yeah.
Wow, this has.
it. Smells fruity.
Ooh, this smells good.
I'm gonna mouth it.
Give a little
Gonna put it.
rub.
It is force carbonated, so it is a sparkling mead.
All right.
It's
It has a spicy flavor to it. Did you put anything spicy in here?
This is a drink for warriors.
like that. Yes, a warrior's drink. It's 12.75%.
Woo! Yeah, boy.
So why do you use coconut water?
I've used it in another mead that turns out brilliantly clear every time. And I have sort of a theory that maybe coconut water and birch water are kind of natural clarifiers. Because I've used birch water before. I'm not sure about that, but I was testing it with this because the plum juice itself that I used is not clear. But this one finished nice.
This is very
brilliantly clear.
Yeah, I think it looks
Still
like
not
looks
totally
like a
sure if
fine
I'm
wine.
right about that.
So-
Just a little theory.
So I'm after I smelled it and I smelled something spicy. I tasted it. I taste something spicy.
So what category of mead would this be in, seeing it has fruit juice?
This would be a mellow. Yeah, no herbs or spices at all. Just a straight up mellow.
There's nothing else in here besides plums.
I'd have to look at my notes, but it's mostly just plums, plum juice specifically, honey, and a little bit of coconut water, and then yeast and nutrients.
Maybe it's just a mixture of the
You guys-
coconut
you know, I
and
might
the
have-
plums that
You're not
give
getting
you
anything spicy?
I think I used a vanilla bean in secondary.
It might just be for me. I'm pretty spicy.
I like it. It's good.
You won't see this
Very
in the
drinkable.
camera, but my wife gave me a very good look. Or bad look, I'm not sure. Tell
It
you
was
later.
definitely a look.
I would like to also say that my wife is super great because this is our 15th wedding anniversary, and we're
And we're
recording.
fucking around.
And we're recording a Pete show for our 15th anniversary, and she has cooked all the food. She manages all the
I
camera,
think she needs to try it a little bit here.
and she's managed all the cameras and everything else.
So give me a little feedback, guys. What do you think?
Oh my god, I don't know
I
where
like it. I like it a lot.
I don't know where the spiciness comes from. That's my only mind f.
Did you back sweeten?
No, not on this one.
What yeast
Yeah.
did you use?
I'd have to check my notes, but it was probably Lolven D47.
Yeah, that's what you almost always use. That's
What
your
makes
favorite
it-
yeast,
There's
isn't it?
two that I use mostly. I usually use D47
Or EC 11118.
Yep, those are my two go-tos.
I think perhaps the spiciness that you're feeling is plums kind of have a little bit more of a depthness of flavor, and when you put them in a juice, they're pretty strong, and they have kind of like when you're having a prune, it's pretty dense in flavor, kind of like a raisin. So I wonder if you're sensing some of that kind of strong fruit flavor from the plum.
Maybe just the strong flavor
So
coming out
it's-
as spice to you.
So you said the ABV was
12.75%.
Nice.
Kind of nice, wine strength. Mm-hmm. Definitely not a sack strength like some of mine,
Not a session
and definitely not a hydromel either. Just
so. I
in the
would
middle.
to give this an untapped rating.
Yeah.
I would give it a 4.25. I really love this.
Yeah, I'd put it right around there.
This is my
I'm
favorite drink
Quite
of
pleased with
tonight.
this too.
I mean, it's no Blackheart, but it's
Oh yeah, no man.
How would you rate it, Jamie, seeing as you're the home brew?
Yeah, right about pretty much the same. Yeah. I don't think it's the best meat I've ever made.
I
but
don't know-
It's up there. It's good.
I don't know
very
what you
nice.
could do to improve it, though. How you can make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to judge this, I'm not sure how you judge meads, but I feel like this is maybe one of the best plum meads with just the basic ingredients that you use that you can make. It's very clear, no off flavors. It's straight in the middle, a great mead. This is clearly why I drink meads all the time and don't drink beers as much. This is going to get me drunk, which is my favorite thing.
Faster.
faster. I mean, yeah, but I just get my tummy feels sometimes on beer.
Yeah.
Part of what I like about making meads too is you don't see them as much commercially, and you can homebrew all kinds of stuff that you just can't buy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen plum meads available.
No.
Commercially.
You know.
I don't think I've heard of one before.
No.
So is this mead carbonated?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Or
what,
carbonated.
The saddest thing that's ever happened in my brewing life is when my good buddy Happy Pete decided he was never going to bottle anything anymore.
You know,
It made me the saddest in the world.
Once you start sanitizing one keg and racking into one keg instead of a couple dozen bottles, it's hard to go back.
It's hard to give somebody a keg as a gift, though.
Yes. Because if I got another bottle of this, I wouldn't open this for 5 years. I think there is.
But you can just pour a bottle right from the tap.
Yeah, it's
That's
not-
what I did tonight.
how do you decide what you carbonate versus what you don't carbonate?
Well, at first, that was kind of a difficult decision. There were some meads where I was like, oh, I don't know if this will be good carbonated, but I just started doing it, and I've never had one that I was like, oh, this was bad because it's carbonated. They're just, carbonation is just fun. It's always
I mean, I tell you what, that Amber Shadow we had the other day, it was like 6 years old. You had in the bottle. That was not. I did not like that out of the when you first made it. But after 5 years, it was so good out of the bottle.
that may be the next thing.
Our
that's really
sponsor
decent.
is Faded Tree Meadery, Cidery, and Brewery. It's where you should buy beers or meads or ciders in the next couple years.
Who's the main brewer at
I
Faded Tree?
am the main brewer
Oh,
at
that's
Faded
right.
Tree
It's
Brewery.
Lunch Repeat.
Yes.
We'll have to have a different bonus round another
Yes,
night.
another night. I have my Witch's Brew is about ready to be bottled, and it is amazing. What else? I mean, I know Stabby P doesn't brew a ton, but what's your current? What's the thing you got on your candle for your next brews?
It's funny. I have a whole bunch that are sitting in kegs that I haven't tapped into yet, but I only actually have one thing that's still in a carboy being worked on, and it's what Stabby Pete referenced a minute ago. It's a new version of Blackheart, which is a blackberry mead.
Which you stole from me.
Do you have any funny
Was
stories
inspired
about
by Country Pete.
Which is inspired by a blackberry mead I had that was from Poland that I had. God, how many years ago? 12 years ago, probably.
I do have some advice for everybody out there who homebrews. Do not pour out of the 5-gallon carboy into a party. I made a 19% black heart, and people drank it like it was Budweiser, and they're not allowed back anymore. You know, permanent bans happened that night.
Man, that was a fun party.
Yeah, that was actually the night that you got Stabby Pete. Before that, you were a different Pete. Was it Nacho Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to say that Stabby Pete is way better than Nacho Pete. This is a top-notch nickname. I'm currently brewing Witch's Brew, a Imperial Cider. And the Witch's Brew is just a pomegranate brew with a bunch of herbs in it that I got from a witch. It's gonna be great. And I have Dragon's Breath, which is a multiple berries and like 8 jalapenos.
What kind of berries?
Multiple berries from like
multiple berries.
So
Okay.
the Costco berries, like you buy them at the
Mixed berries?
mixed berries.
You know, speaking of Blackheart, Amber Shadow, Witch's Brew, this mead is as yet unnamed.
Ooh.
We need to.
Put a comment below for your.
That's
for your
right.
name suggestions.
That's
Please-
right.
please give us-
Suggestions below for a plum mead.
I was thinking, man, there's a bunch of words I like to use with plum, but none of them are probably will get us demonetized.
How about plum bum? Because you eat prunes when you're constipated.
You know, you can't be demonetized until you're monetized.
I'm leaning toward it should have a reference to being a warrior's drink for the Trek fans out there.
Well, she
I'm
goes,
not quite sure what, but
ooh, ooh, some more.
Ask ChatGPT.
I did this. I love ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Like-
screw those writers.
Could be Worf's
This is
favorite.
AI.
No, I stand with the union guys who are striking right now. I don't want to talk
You're
about it.
sitting.
Yeah, it
I am.
might look like you're standing.
You're not
from
standing
how
for
tall you
anybody.
Yes.
are, but-
This is basically me standing. I have such short legs.
Yeah, it's 2 foot legs.
I have what's that guy from Flintstones legs?
Fred Flintstone.
I have Flintstones legs.
Or Cotton from what was
Yeah.
but he killed 50 men.
You killed 50 men. Propanes and propanes accessories. Anyway, we're gonna go smoke a cigar. Thank you for joining us. Put comments down below for any other breweries or other bullshit you want us to do. I have to do one other thing. Pete, can you show us that knife again? Is that your normal carry knife?
No.
Oh my god, that's a special
This is
knife.
my K-bar.
Gosh
That's
damn.
not a knife.
Honestly, that is a knife. That's definitely a
This
knife.
is definitely a
Is
knife.
that a wooden handle?
No, it's a stacked leather ring.
That's USMG on it. USMG.
USMC.
USMC?
Yeah.
I can't see.
It's the Marines started getting issued these in World War II, and they're
Oh.
extremely popular. They still issue a version of the K-bar
Just
now.
these are this knife is Stabby Pete endorsed.
This is the knife of the week.
We should have had this as our
I've
sponsor.
actually had this knife since it's probably
So
freshman in high school.
Since the first guy he stabbed.
We don't talk about
Don't
that.
talk about that. All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll have a nice cigar and we'll talk. Hey, remember, comment and we'll call you out. We should call out the only person who's commented so far, our Loxon. Guy's been commenting all the time.
That's right.
He seems like a great guy. Has good questions. Unfortunately, the brewery he wants to do is in Eagle River, which would be a long drive for me.
It's a half hour.
There's like 12
All right,
other
good night,
breweries.
everybody.
Good night.
Drive safely. Don't forget to tip your waitresses.